morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Xuanzang's Tower. Oh, we still have a few seconds, so get yourself fired up for some beautiful classes on vowed morality. I see Geshe Michael. Hi, Geshe Michael.
Hola,
Hola.
how are you?
Pretty good.
I
How are
got
you?
my cat.
Oh. Is that one's Tim's cat?
Yeah, non-allergic cat. He, I don't know why.
Amazing.
Sir,
That's exactly.
You okay? I
Whoa.
never cleaned it.
Perfect. Exactly what I was doing.
There she is.
Miss America.
Heard that in a while.
Oh, it's okay. I don't. They don't. We're gonna go to a pretty soon.
Well, as soon as you're
You okay?
ready, Xiaopin, we can get started. Thank you, everybody, for
Okay.
joining
She's
us.
work.
so I will share the homework.
Yeah. Dungel.
How do you say homework? The suffering of.
Dungel. Du.
帮我一下，我找不到啊。
Oh yeah, you can say that. They call Leighton.
Late send. I was about to say lay something.
Oh, homework.
这个啊，
I think it's a different lay. I think it's LE, but anyway, that's a long story.
Like lei kung, right? For office.
Something like that.
那这个不对。
I'm trying to hit just that.
Okay.
We decided to add caffeine to the wheel of life. Link number.
13th link.
Number half. Somebody said it should start the wheel of life.
Okay.
Okay.
So, homework, and but let's have a brief review. Let's have a very quick review. In our last class, which happened about a month ago in December, we talked about the 6 primary vowels for intermediate none. So let's review them, because next question is what are the 6 secondary vowels for intermediate none?
Ooh, okay.
So the first one is never walk along down part of a path or road more than a mile. Second, never swim. Make your way from this side to the far side of some body of water. Third, never touch the body of a male who is not a close relative with any parts of your own body. Fourth, never sit together alone with this same kind of male. Fifth, never act as a go-between, relaying messages between a male and a female. Sixth, never hide, that is, keep secret something wrong you yourself have done some kind of bad deed. Okay, then the question. Please list the 6 secondary vowels for intermediate none. Don't touch money. Yes. Nice. Anything else? 5 more left.
Don't sit next to a man that is not closely related.
We just covered that. Yeah. Okay. That is a primary one. Yeah. Anything else?
You can't dig in the ground.
Oh, yes. Don't dig in the ground. Great. Dig. Don't dig in the earth. Yeah.
Circle.
Lindsay was saying another one. Don't shave it. Yeah, don't shave the hair between the legs.
You can't cut
Anything
plants. I think.
Yeah,
Or
cannot
eat-
cut living plants. Yes.
That's got to be 6.
No, with two more.
2 more.
2 more to go. Yeah.
Don't keep food in your house.
Never eat food which is stored. Yeah. Another one also relate to food.
Bless it. You have to bless it.
Yeah, don't eat food that is not blessed.
Cool.
Yay.
All right.
And never cut living plants. Did we get that one?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got that one.
Okay.
Never touch.
Second, very, very easy. For the rest of the vowels, divided
Trick
into
question.
male and female vowels, while one day vowel not divided this way.
The answer is in your question.
So just for a day.
The answer is in the question.
You wanted just one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's too short. Okay, third one. In the last class, we mentioned 3 kinds of vowel. Please
Yeah.
list the name. List.
Hassel's got it, but he wants some money.
I
Yes, please.
Pratimoksha,
Yeah.
something,
Nice.
station,
Nice.
Yay.
Nice. Nice.
unstained,
Nice.
pure.
Nice.
Pure.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
I thought you were gonna say what? Pratimoksha Bodhisattva and Diamond Ring. But this is the division as it's made in the Pratimoksha.
Vinaya.
Thank you. Vocabulary.
By the way, what's it referred to?
Being close to Buddha.
Meditation vow means when you're in a deep state of samadhi, you can't do anything bad physically or verbally anyway,
You're busy.
which is pratimukshas. Mainly focus on verbal and physical, not so much mental. Pure here means you've already reached nirvana or something, and you're in a stainless meditation, and you're not gonna. In that, it doesn't refer to being in meditation and you can't cause trouble. It means your mind is cleaned out, so you wouldn't want to cause trouble. So it's different from the second one. Cool.
Cool. Vocabulary.
Sonny
Yes,
Colin,
first one,
Yeah.
stick.
digging in the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dig in the earth or dig the earth?
you can say either one.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Second one,
Is that a root
Root?
or a plant?
Root. Yeah.
oh, I thought
If it has a asur, if it's spelled differently, it means grass,
oh,
like kusha.
so okay, root. Okay,
Chinlin.
Chinlen.
Blessing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, nice. Wow, you're on a roll today.
You?
You must be having a good show today.
You?
Huh?
Stream flow? You?
Cause,
Say again?
flow, stream, course, move.
Ooh. Oh, misspelled. RGYUN.
Oh,
Or yeah, or D.
E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
N's okay. Yeah, N is
Okay.
better. Yeah,
Yay.
cool. All right. Translation draft.
Shall I read?
Yes, please. Dena.
Tây na dân tân khí ngõ shi thác và tháp hà và là tân nế cha su khí kun long khop pe sempate sam tân khí dom pe tân ni yin.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. So Domba, of course, means vow. And by the way, it's related to that yama thing, controlling yourself. And Samtenki Domba means a natural vow of being in a meditation, being deep in meditation. It's a natural vow, natural self-restraint that comes from being in meditation. And he says the depth of that is Semba. What's Semba?
Mental.
A
Mental
movement of the
thoughts.
any movement of the mind. You can say a thought. So Semba, which gulks your kuno,
Stops your motivation.
stops your motivation to do something wrong. Okay. The state of mind, deep state of mind of meditation, which automatically shuts down your desire to do something naughty. Okay. Chel Tsul means Chelwe Tsutrum. And
Naughty.
Chel is it's an ancient word that means bad behavior or something like that.
Oh.
So Cheltsu means the opposite of morality. Okay, bad behavior. Chel, and there's no longer any movement of thought in the mind to inspire you to do something naughty because you are in something mushi.
You're in the actual dhyana. You're not in the platform for it.
Yeah, you're not in the opening stage, or we call it opening stage and real thing. So you're not in the opening stage, you're in the actual meditation. So the idea is that you cannot frame the thought. You see what I mean? You cannot have that thought that I'd like to steal something, I'd like to kill something, because your mind is deep in meditation. And that's why people who meditate a lot are born in the form realm or the formless realm, because they don't have time to do the best to get to the desire realm. So, if you had a choice, if you just meditated all day, at least you'd be born in a nice place, Okay. As long as it wasn't a hell realm meditation. Okay, that's the definition of vows and meditations, the attention to restrainers. Good. Okay, I'm feeling to follow. It's okay. Yep. Okay, who's good? Can you read the next one also, because these go together.
Yeah.
He's going to define the third kind of morality, which is sakmeke domba, vimala,
Pure and stable.
vimala vows, vimala restraint. Go.
Sameki ngoshi la denne chasuki kungope semte sameki dombe zen ni inde.
Yeah, so that's sorry. So sakme just means it's Abhidharma language, and don't forget we're in the opening schools, right? Vinaya and Abhidharma kind of hang out together, and so they don't. Sorry, they don't refer. They say sakme rather than saying something else. They would sakme is a very much an Abhidharma word, and they wouldn't say Buddhahood or enlightenment or something like that. They would say a deep state of mind of sakme, which means immaculate, an immaculate state of mind. Okay. And when it means that you basically reach nirvana, and you don't want to do things, you reach the state like nirvana. Your mind is in a good state. Okay. As opposed to what? Last one.
Sakche? Oh, just because you're
deep
meditating.
focus. Yeah, just deep focus. You could be a terrible person, but you're deep into meditation. You don't have time to steal anything. And then higher level, you're pretty much an arhat or a Buddha, and you don't want to steal things or something like that. And those are all called domba, which means restraint. It's not like a vow, or you could think of it as a vow. It's an automatic vow. To reach nirvana is an automatic morality vow because you don't want to do anything. Okay, who's going to read next? Did you translate the next piece?
3 paragraphs.
Oh, okay. You want to have somebody else read your readings too good. It's boring.
Yeah. Would you like to read?
Danny Ki Dun Chepana
Good.
Tsu Drella Drole
네.
Zundrel.
Zundrel Le De Ni how do I say that one? Chala
Chalwe.
Chloe.
Chalwe Sultrim Dang Kune Long
Longwar.
Longwar Chepe
Good.
Chepe Nyun Mong Pa Nampong
Wait.
Wei
Holy.
Chiro Deni Ki Chir Samten Gi Domba Yinla She Sung Pei Chair.
Okay. Yeah, Denyi means those two guys, which is what? Self-imposed morality of meditation and nirvana. Say, okay. So make Denyi ki dun chepana. If you'd like me to explain what these two kinds of morality or restraint, what they are, I'll quote Zundo. Okay. So that means a commentary to the Abhidhamma Kosha. Oftentimes, this author, Lodu Lexon, calls the auto commentary the commentary. So we have to check.
Oh.
Okay. Denini, those two are, bong is the verb. They are to give up
Refrain.
a chalwe sutram, immorality. Okay. And also you give up the kunlong.
Intention.
Motivation.
Yeah, the motivation. Tsongkhapa in his famous letter to his student, Ngawan Darpa Sarkoa, which is in the ACI course. Yeah, he says, Saban Donchen, he says, because technically the pratimoksha vows are only physical and verbal. They do not include mental vows. Then Jetson Kappa said in his definition of pratimoksha vows, he says, with their foundation, shidanche. So that's motivation. That's the mental part of a bad deed. So that was a big breakthrough when he added 2 syllables. He said, no, you have to look at the root causes of the misbehavior. Pratimoksha is not just verbal and physical. Okay. So anyway, what he's saying here is you have to always look at when you discuss pratimoksha vows, which are primarily physical and verbal, you cannot ignore what? Kunlong.
Motivation.
The motivation. Yeah, the state of mind that motivates them. Okay. So that's a big, for a Vinaya person, this paragraph is a big deal. He's quoting either Yashamitra or Vasubandhu. And he's saying it includes the motivation. It's included in the morality of Bhatimoksha. That's a big jump. Okay. Samtenki Dhamma. Yeah. That's why we call it Samtenki Dhamma. Okay. Alrighty. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Not bad. I don't know when you did that. You didn't sleep probably. She's got a few things going on.
Again.
Yes, handsome.
When he said those two, and then he just said something, don't blow at the end.
Yeah, and I think he goes on to suck
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But he didn't quote the whole thing. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a
Thank-
good question.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we? You know, something. Okay, here we. By the way, here's the whole quotation. It is by Yashamitra, which is an amazing commentary to Abhidharma. Amazing, 4 volumes. Uh, uh, and we have the Sanskrit and we have the Tibetan. It's quite amazing, you know. Somebody stole the copy, my copy. It's just called, okay, the technical name is Abhidharma Kosha Shatika, Chingamitsuki Jiao, which means just a commentary. It's amazing. It's extraordinary. And someone recovered the Sanskrit and edited it in 4 volumes. You know, a certain guy from Beijing once visited my house.
Vinaya text is stolen.
No, it's Abhidharma. Like, there's no way he could know how valuable it was.
Really?
He did. He asked me, and I'm like, okay, you know. But out of hundreds of books, anyway. I'm trying to get another copy. They're very rare now. Okay. They were done in Bengal, printed somewhere in the village in Bengal. Okay. All right. Who's gonna read?
Would you like?
You got the plane, Xiaopin.
Me?
You want me to move
Oh,
over?
okay. This one, please.
tế ní con rung yen na don't pama yen good te tế ní con rung yen na nam parik jema yen pe sukma yen go pe chiro.
$100. Number of Mayan Besuk. $100.
Uncommunicating form.
50 to Rebecca, 50 to Nick.
Mm.
Okay. What's it mean? What's a classic example?
This.
Yeah.
Vowels
Taking
in
a
your
vow.
aura.
Yeah. So when you take a vow,
Mm.
someone looking through the window can see that you are squatting in the chicken position, my teacher called it, and you have your hands like this. And that will communicate to the observer that you are taking a vow. Okay. So for that length of time, which is usually only 5 minutes or something, that the light bouncing off of you communicates to the observer. And then after that point, the vows themselves are invisible. You know, nobody can see them except a Buddha or something. They supposedly stay around you like a halo.
Mm.
Okay. So he has a very interesting argument here. Do you get it?
Yeah.
What's he say? That the latter 2 kinds of pratimoksha, which is where you avoid doing bad deeds because you're meditating, or you're a super good person, are not pratimoksha. Those latter 2 kinds of, I'm sorry, those latter 2 kinds are not domba. They are not vows. Cannot be vows. They're called sakmeki domba. They're called something doma. They're called a vow, but they're not really a vow. It cannot be. They are not the invisible form that coats you in the years after you take a vow. So, you know, into Abhidharma, when you take vows and a cosmic photograph is snapped by the universe, and forever after you have this halo around you that only a very good person could ever see. Most people can't see it. So that's called form or physical light that does not communicate your intentions, because nobody can see it. Okay. So a vow must be physical form which does not communicate your intentions. Therefore, those latter two cannot be vows. Technically, they're not vows because they are not invisible photograph. A cool idea. Einstein would say the same thing, that the light from the ordination is still traveling through the universe somewhere. It's interesting. Yeah.
Saying that they are visible in late tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, well, I don't know. That's a tricky question.
That would also imply it can reach.
But they are not an invisible coating on you or something.
Not a hue.
They're actually they're mental. One is mental and one is a gokbar. One is a absence. Okay. Absence of mala. That's a vimo. Okay. Okay. In either case, they're not physical form. Yeah. They're not that weird kind of physical form. Okay. That's a very deep thing to say, and you know, you could have an interesting class based on that. You could really talk about. Who's made the next one, Xiaopin?
Thank you. Christine, do you want to read? This one, please.
Nam.
Yeah.
Ampar riche mayimpe sugde semme pene kapsun chumpa gangshik denyi gangrug yinna semki jendrang
Yeah.
yi göpechir.
And so this writer is unusually deep. And he's amazing. Like, you don't see this kind of discussion going on in the Vinaya text usually. So that's why we chose him as our second Vinaya book. The first Vinaya book was a list of vows. And the second Vinaya book is much deeper. And it's amazing. It's incredible. So anyway, get this. Number to chain Mayembesu, that invisible photograph, okay, which adheres to you after you take a vow. If there were a Buddha in the room, they could see it. Normal people can't see it. You know, it's like a shine around your body.
Not just Buddha can see, right?
No, I guess an arhat or something, but it's difficult to see. So number to chain Mayembesu, one of in the definition of non-communicating form in the Abhidharma, it says semmepalayang, which means whether you are conscious or whether you are unconscious, you got knocked out, you're on anesthesia, you're asleep. That number to Mayimbesu, non-communicating form, adheres to you, regardless of your state of mind. It's part of the definition of number to Mayimbesu. Okay. Semmepe nekapsu jukpa. It applies. The halo applies, even if you're distracted, or you're asleep, or you're unconscious. Okay. You don't lose the halo when you're conked out, as long as you're still alive. It does disappear when you die. Pratimoksha vows finish when you die. Okay. So, but if anything could be the second two kinds of restraint, right, which is deep meditation or high good qualities, okay, that restraint has to follow the mind. There has to be conscious thought. Okay, you cannot have the latter two kinds of restraint: stainless restraint and sakme and something deep
Deep
focus. Morality caused by meditation.
Mm.
And I call it what do you call it? Morality by default.
Oh.
You're too busy to hurt somebody. So he said those two kinds of strange, deep restraining yourself because you're deep in meditation or you're an arhat, they certainly do require the presence of your mind. Okay? They assume the mind is not just present, but it's fully present. Got it?
Like
But
a weight.
real Pratyeka vows will adhere to you whether you are conscious or knocked out in the hospital. That picture will still stay on you. But if you got knocked out in the hospital, you would lose a concentration vow. You see what I mean? Because you don't have a state of mind. You don't have an active state of mind at that time. Cool. He's a very interesting thinker. If you got knocked out, if you were in deep meditation often, and therefore you were a moral person, and then suddenly you got knocked out, you would lose that vow. You would lose that restraint. That doesn't mean you'd be going killing people as you're knocked out, but it does mean that you wouldn't have that state of mind. Because it is a state of mind. The latter two are states of mind. Cool. Very interesting. Okay. Nice thinking of this person. Okay. Who's gonna read Dangbo Dukte?
Jacqueline, would you like to read?
Jacqueline.
Hey, sorry.
Other side, left side.
This one, please.
Dangbo Drupte, Dedu She Me Pe, Nom Ju Gidang Gokpe, Nyom Ju Gine, Kyabsu Jukpa Yinpe Chirte.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Pratimoksha vows, if you go into an almost mindless state, do you keep them or not?
Yes.
Yeah, you keep the cosmic photograph. Okay. And that's what he's saying here. It's true that you keep the cosmic photograph because even during Yomjuk where you have no dushi, yeah, that almost incapable of drawing distinctions mentally. Very close to being unable to draw any distinctions. It's called dushi mepen Yomjuk. No ability to distinguish between things. Or if you're in a deeper state, which is called Gokben Yomju, which is basically where the mind has shut down, and it's called the cessation meditation. Okay. Basically, then most thought processes have shut down. So if you could go into a normal meditation, which is so deep that you weren't making distinctions anymore, or if you could go even deeper into a state where your whole mind is almost shut down, could you still have the cosmic photograph? Yeah, and that's what he's saying here. Sujukpa, kapsujukpa, means even on those occasions, it continues. It's not interrupted. Cosmic photograph stays on you no matter what your mental state. And that's not true of the second two kinds of restraint, which come from being in the deep state of meditation, okay? Or being a higher level being, okay? Cool?
So these two states are not something.
Therefore, they are not Nambarikche Mayimbe, yeah. Which means they can't be Pratimoksha. Okay. It's very interesting. It's very deep. It's very beautiful. And then he's gonna, yeah.
Isn't that a bad example because the second one is actually being in meditation? So therefore it is actually Dusheme Gokpa.
No, it says Dushe me papalayang. You should Pratimoksha cosmic photograph should stay on you no matter what you're doing in mind. even if
Right.
you get conked out or something.
But
the
if you're
picture stays with you.
but that is meditation, so therefore it would be the second one too. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
You should look-
compounded, right word? Compounded. Because you've got the other ones. And it's not just the meditation vow.
No, what he does say that word. That sentence says it stays whether you're deep in meditation or you're in a cessation meditation. But the restraint caused by the meditation is no longer present.
I see.
But the restraint that you took as a monk, years ago, that still stays, even if you're in deep meditation or you're in arhat. But being moral because you're in deep meditation is not pratimoksha. But you could have pratimoksha and still keep it while you're in deep meditation.
Okay.
Okay, then he quotes Abhidharma Kosha. Who's gonna read that one?
Stanley?
Uh-oh.
Up to you. Oh, okay. This one.
Sir Lei Yang Dang Sen Made by Yin Yang Shebe Nam Sen Du Gyu Be Sem Mepe Shebe Rang Jale Sem Mepe Yang Sheja Wani Ndu She Mepa Tang Gebe Nyom
Gope.
Gope Nyomba Njuba Kang Yin Pao She Sun Becher.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's a very famous verse, okay? It says, Yang dan same pa yang, geta mi ge jendel gang, jungwa chenam gyoche pa deni namne chemin ju. Very famous verse, okay? The definition of the cosmic photograph. Okay. Very famous verse. Yang dan same pa yang, even when you are distracted or you're in a state where there's almost no mind. Geda mige jedel gang. It also follows virtue or non-virtue. Okay. Jungwa chenam gyurjepa, which is very controversial. Atoms compose it. Cosmic photograph. Okay. It's made of physical matter. It's made of the four elements, Tachu Melon, earth, water, fire, and wind, which means it's particulate matter. Okay, that's a huge debate. It's particulate matter that people cannot see. Normal people. Okay. That's what we call the cosmic photograph. Okay, very famous lines. And to be honest, I did this book for 12 years. I memorized the first 2/3 of it, Abhidharma Kosha. And this was when my teacher couldn't speak any English. And he's trying to explain number to Chimayimbe to me, and I'm like, what? And it was so funny. It was the classes were like an acid trip or something. Okay. But in a way, the more trouble you have, the better you remember, right? Okay, so he's quoting the Abhidharma Kosha itself to support his ideas about the cosmic photograph should stay, even if your mind is partly gone or something. Okay. All right. And therefore, the second two are not pratimoksha. The morality born from just being in meditation or morality born from being a fine person doesn't qualify as necessarily as pratimoksha. Okay. And there's a commentary I got for you and stuff like that.
JB? Would you like to read?
So the point, by the way, the point is, even if you're distracted or conked out, pratimoksha bell stays with you.
Mm,
Okay. And here's another sentence to support that.
this one, please. A short one.
Yeah, thank you.
No, but he can do multiple short ones.
Oh, okay. I didn't say
Oh, we
that.
can do. Kani pa te
Te.
chuk te zo la
Lệ.
le
Yeah.
tama ni nisem je rang she
Gendrung.
zendong
Gendrung.
zem
John.
He's got
Okay.
the Zen thing. Okay. No, wait, don't go anywhere.
picture me.
Do you keep the cosmic photograph if you're distracted, conked out?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Can you keep the morality or the self-control of being in meditation or of being a fine person if you're conked out?
No.
No.
Yeah, therefore those two of the last two of the three kinds of self-control are not pratimoksha, are not nambardikshe. They are not the cosmic photograph, because even when because you have to be focused, you can't be conked out. Got it? Your mind has to be fully functioning. But it doesn't have to be fully functioning to have the cosmic photograph. Therefore, those last two kinds of morality are not pratimoksha, because they are not the cosmic photograph. Got it? Because they doesn't matter, because they do depend on the mind. If you got conked out, you wouldn't have the two kinds of morality, the second two kinds, the second and third kind of morality. You wouldn't have it if you got conked out, because it depends on your mind being peaceful. Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Dr. Brady.
One more, please.
Dana rel de
Trail.
dre
Trail.
dre de sem ki sa je su rong by dum
Wait.
Rui dum pa ni ze
She.
she gang
Come.
gang sha pa de ni gang yin she na she pa dang.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Here's a new word that I
Thank
never
you.
saw, but I figured it out. Okay. There's a new word here that I never saw, but I figured it out. So na means before, chi means later. Like, what's the word for morning? Natural. What's
Natural.
for eat?
Chidro.
Chidro. Okay. So na chi here means before and later. And then our author has created a new word, which I've never seen. Ngandel means the earlier commentary, and Shindel means the later commentary. So I checked, and the earlier commentary is the auto commentary. He wrote a detailed auto commentary. And then the later commentary is Master Yashamitra's commentary, which is very, very fine. Should be translated someday. But by the way, I think the next book we'll be working on is Stanley's Abhidharma Kosha. So at least we'll get the first chapter. And that'll be a 300-400 page book by itself. Now, so in the Ngadro, in Vasubandhu's commentary, Semgi Jesu Jongwe Domba Nyi She, it says, quote, the two kinds of self-control which follow upon the mind. Okay. The two kinds of self-control which follow upon the mind. Which two are those? Meditation. And being a fine person or something like that. Okay. Which means they could not function if the mind were absent. But Pratima picture does. Okay. Got it? By the way, Pratimoksha cosmic picture doesn't survive death, but it does survive a deep state of meditation, and it comes back, something like that. Okay. if you define mindlessness as a deep meditation, a true pratimoksha restraint should be staying there during that time. The cosmic photograph adheres to you, whatever your state of mind. But those other two kinds of self-control are dependent upon a clear state of mind. You couldn't be knocked out in the hospital and have the morality that comes from focusing because you're knocked out. Got it? Okay. All right. In the Chidra, in Yashamitra, Sangye Domba da Samepe Domba. Oh, yeah. He's explaining the two kinds of morality, the two kinds of self-control that Vasubandhu was referring to. So he actually names them. He says, Master Vasubandhu is talking about those two, the two kinds of morality where you're in meditation or you are such a good person. Okay. And I went and got the quotations for you because of John Brady. And it's all correct. Then
The pure morality without.
yeah, but kind of what he's saying. It doesn't have to be. You could have. In theory, you could have it. I mean, it'd be unlikely, but yeah, I think it would be unlikely, but it's possible. Theoretically, it's possible. Okay.
Excuse me, Geshe, what is theoretically possible? We couldn't hear the comment.
Oh, could you have the latter two kinds of morality where you're in deep meditation so you don't kill anybody, or you are a very fine person, almost shut down the mind, you don't kill anybody? Hector had a good question, which was, do you think anybody could reach that state without normal morality? And I think it'd be difficult. I don't think it's so. In that sense, they're kind of could be based on pratimoksha, but they are not pratimoksha. Okay. It's gonna read Xiaopin.
This show one?
Yeah, you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sumpa to Xiaopin.
Yeah. Now, this is extremely important in her book. Her book will take us 20 years. It's a classic. It's a huge book, and it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. You know, I want to stay around just for that. So this this sentence is probably one of the most important sentences of the book, and he proposes to outline all Vinaya. I'll give you the categories of Vinaya. He gives 10 categories of Vinaya, and it's very beautiful. Okay, I'll say it again. He gives 10 categories of Vinaya, and if you, even if you just know there's 10 categories, you have a pretty good understanding of Vinaya. Okay, so this today is very important. This sentence is really important, and this will guide us for the next 20 years. You know, he's going to go through the 10 divisions of Vinaya. Okay, Pratimoksha Bhas. So here we go. Do you want to? It's actually, we had it before, but I'd like to do it again. You drunk old man. Okay. Can you read this dark, the bold?
Okay. Dampola Zeni Tang Yewa Dua Nga Shat
Geshe.
Gyu Kien Japu Jebu Ngo Nesu Chetle Dang Sule.
Yeah, so if you wanted to understand Vinaya perfectly, there's 10 different categories, and it will take us 20 years to get through them, okay? But they're very clear. Number one, Seni.
Definitions.
What's the definition? Yeah, what's the definition? And he's going to do an awesome definition of Vinaya, Pratimoksha, sorry. Pratimoksha, okay? Morality. Secondly, Yewa.
The divisions.
Yeah, what are the divisions, different divisions of Pratimoksha? Okay. Third, dua.
What
Summary.
category
How
are
is
they
it
loaded into?
How are the vowels? How are the vowels grouped? So yewa would be the different kinds of pratimoksha vowels. Dua, sometimes dua refers to the different types of vowels. So you've got plampa, and then you've got plamma, and then you've got tungje, sorshak, and then nyeche. 5 categories of all pratimoksha vowels. Okay, from most serious to least serious, and they are weird nicknames. They don't give you any clue that these are 5 degrees of morality. Pamba would be like killing a human. Nyeje would be sticking your elbows out when you walk down. Okay, like everything between is dua. Okay, all right, Geshe.
An explanation of the terms.
Yeah, and that's a very, I don't know, it's to me, it's very interesting because he explains what does prati moksha mean? What does vinaya mean? You know, he goes through the words. To me, it's very sexy. Gyu and Ken?
Causes and conditions.
Yeah, general causes and more specific conditions. Jebu?
Maybe the results of
Yeah,
break.
what's the result of keeping prati moksha? What's going to happen? Okay. Mo, what's the essence? What's the essential nature of Vinaya? Or prati moksha? Neitsu means what kind of state are you in at that time? And then chele means how do they function? How do the vowels function? Those are the 10 things we're going to cover in 20 years. Okay. By the way, we're in 9 minutes. Xiaopin will lead a discussion of how you can use this stuff in your real life. And then after 15 minutes of that, we'll have one hustle with the news. Okay. All right. Who's gonna read this one, Xiaopin?
Roni, would you like to read?
Wanna try? Come sit up here.
Oh, need my glasses. Okay.
You want my
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. From here?
She can see.
No, I can see it's big.
You can see?
So,
Yeah, it's okay.
so
Sokar, Gi, Dompa, Rick, Che, what de, Zarik, Kis, Gone, Chu, Duna, Chir, Du,
Good.
Wine, Te, Delong, Pama, Niki, Dompa, Zerik, Chick,
Good.
Jetsu, Pama, Niki, Dompa, Dang, De, Lo, Mai, Dompa, Sum, Zerik, Chick,
Nice.
Ganyan, Pa, Maniki, Dompa, Zerik, Chicken, Pei, Chiro.
Yay, Chite.
thank you.
By the way, we're actually in the 3rd of these 10 divisions that we just talked about.
Oh.
Okay, so we are in Dua, which means how are you going to group the
Types?
vowels? How are you going to group the different vowels? Okay, can you group them? You generally you have full, nun, full monk, intermediate nun, novice nun, novice monk, and lifetime layman vowels. Sometimes you can add the one-day vow. But is there a way to condense those divisions? What do you think? Can you condense those divisions?
Yeah.
How?
Male, female.
Or
Yeah,
date-
you just in the male and female. Okay. But when you get to the intermediate nun, it's a little tricky because there's no intermediate monk.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, on
So how do you combine that? Here's his solution.
No.
All right. And this is the traditional, grouping, regrouping into fewer categories.
Mm.
And he says, Sotaki Dombari Gyepode, you can take those 8 different types of vows, male, female, full, intermediate, female, male, female, novice, and then male, female, lifetime vows, layman vows, and then 1-day vows. You can take those 8 and you can condense them. He says you can condense them. Rig Gay means 8 types of vows. You can condense them according to their essential nature. And it's what you could guess. It's what you might assume. Gone Duna, you could boil it down to 4. You could condense it into 4. Okay. Shir means into 4. Okay. Dute. Gelong, a fully ordained person, you can condense in Pama. Yeah, male and female. So you can say, okay, fully ordained is one condensed category, whether it's male or female. Okay. Pamanyiki Domba Zerik Chik. Zerik Chik means they are essentially the same substance. Okay. And by the way, they're not the same vowels. There's some shared vowels and there's many not shared vowels. But he says essential, by their essential nature, they could be considered together. So with the consolidation, you could put the male and female fully ordained into a category called fully ordained person. Okay. Then you could take the Gaitso Pama.
Novice.
You could take the novice male and female and dump them together. Essentially the same. And let's throw in there Gelopma. Yeah, the intermediate nun.
No.
It's not that different from by the way, the vowels are very similar to the novice. Okay, the intermediate nun's vows are not that different from novice nun's vows. They just thought it was important with a woman in the monastery that she have these 2 steps to go through towards full ordination. Okay. So you got to read it across here. You see what I mean? There's novice male, female, and intermediate female. And those come together condensed into 1. How many we got so far? 2. Okay. And by the way, Vinaya is very much a game of what's the 13 things and the 4 of this and how do they get it? You got to be a accountant to do Vinaya. Okay. Then finally here, Danian Pamani. 1-day vow. Lifetime layman's vows. Male and female. You could mix them together. Okay. Right? Condense it into that.
So again,
then he quotes, yeah.
So he didn't he included Gelotma as separate then, right? The third.
Must be. Let's count them.
He says so.
Full monk and full nun are 1. And then yeah, I think
yeah. It has to be. Otherwise it's not full.
No, I don't think so. Zeri could go full monk, full nun together as 1. The male and female novice together with the intermediate nun, I think. Then the 2 lifetime layman's verse. Yeah, I would, but he doesn't have the 1-day vow here.
Maybe he continues.
Okay. He might, but I assume that you're referring to. I understand what you're saying, but
It's all three of those together are one.
I believe that's what he's saying, but then there's only three.
Yeah.
What words? Then there's only three.
Okay. We'll see.
Say again. Down here.
He probably mentions it after the tongue again. He has to.
I don't understand.
Because in that line it says that yes,
Yeah. Not necessarily. Yeah. Yeah. No, not necessarily. Let's go and see. Okay. Then he quotes the Abhidharma Kosha, which says, Zesu Nabashi, by substance, there are four consolidated groups. That's just to give Rick for his, that's to give Lung for his Rick. Lung Rick, right? Okay. All right. Why can you include the male and female versions into a single category is a very intriguing question. And we're not going to reach it right now today. But it has to do with what happens to a full monk, for example, if they change their gender. Okay, if they become a woman, then what kind of vow do they have? Okay. And that's an intriguing question. It's illegal nowadays in the United States. But it's an intriguing question. Then what are you? Do you lose your vows, or do they switch to nuns' vows? Okay. And in ancient times, they did change their gender. People changed their gender commonly. And even in India, you see this. And so these questions came up. Do they still have monks' vows, or did they suddenly get nuns' vows? Okay. And because of the default, when you change your gender, we can say that they are Zerikchik. Full monk and full nun is essentially the same, because you flop to the other, you flop from monk to nun if you become a woman. Okay. Therefore, they must be one substance. Therefore, they must be essentially the same thing. Cool. It's a cool logic.
With the intermediate
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So Xiaopin, you got a guess of what is the date today?
January 25.
Yeah. So I'd like you to work on the next paragraph.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And your conversation start here.
Okay.
And
Geshe,
what?
Before we start,
I'm disappearing.
no, I want to ask
No, I
one
have the
question.
right to disappear.
Okay. Then I will just throw a discussion. I don't know if you wonder, you wonder about this question in your mind. Then we talk about the one cosmic photo, right? When we take the vow, then at that moment, then the universe take a photo of us, of you who take the vow, and then there's a cosmic photo, and only special beings who can see the halo. Yeah. Then I always wonder this question. I want to ask Geshe, anybody who want to discuss. Then if a person keeps a vow better, does his or her halo brighter or more beautiful? And then meaning follows Arya or Buddha when they see, for example, this room, and I think many in this room have taken vows and we have halos above our head. Then does it mean can see this person is brighter halo, as more bigger halo?
Me and Peter's halos increasing as we go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, Geshe, what's
Well, I personally, what I like to think about is, what's that telescope, the new James Webb telescope? Part of its function or purpose is to try to observe the beginning of the universe, because it's capable of detecting the particles and triangulating them. So it sees the angle of particles moving through the universe and traces them back to a beginning point. And so in a way, the telescope, one of its purposes is to observe the beginning of the universe, the Big Bang. And and it's based on the idea that that light is still traveling towards us. And so therefore it should be observable under certain circumstances. And I love this idea of a cosmic photo because, it really is a permanent entity in the universe. That light that bounced off of you when you took your monk's vows travels through the universe like the light of the Big Bang. And if you had a powerful enough telescope, you could observe it. There is really a picture flying through the universe of your ordination. I think it's really cool. Personally, I always visualize that. There is such a thing.
In our system, wouldn't we be the telescope?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're shooting the Big Bang out there. Back to Xiaopin.
okay? Anyone want to share what you get from this class? Maybe one thing inspire you or one takeaway. Peter?
One question, yeah, it's a discussion, actually. Just clarify. Share.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not it's more a question. I mean, I remember when I heard these ideas the first time in the ACI courses, and then I really thought, why is this in the ACI course? There's so much incredible, for me, more obvious, mind-boggling. Oh, I don't see. Oh, I'm so sorry. The foundation courses of the 5 houses. Why that topic was? It felt a little bit, and I'm aware of my own ignorance, and I'm a little shy to bring it up here together. But there must be a reason why that is such a topic. And now hearing Geshe talking about it again, that he feels the ordination vows, or obviously then also our own Pratimoksha vow taking moment, is an image flying through the universe, and it's more physical than when you reach nirvana, which is basically what we said before. That blows my mind, and I'm trying to, I'm struggling to accept it. Like to get clarity on that, because it's a pretty brutal statement. Nirvana is kind of what Abhidharma wants to reach, I think, right? Yeah. And still the first layman vow, which is not such a big deal in the whole context in my mind, which is wrong, has a bigger impact in a physical realm than nirvana. Really? Like, wow. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I'm also thinking.
So I don't know. That's my, and it's not and I'm just like, really? You know what I mean? It's pretty wild.
Could you restate that just to? Yeah, I'm not so clear about what you're saying.
No, I mean, the goal of the whole school appears to be reaching nirvana, right? I think, right? So then, what we just heard now in this class is, you don't have a cosmic photograph hanging around you when you reach nirvana, but you have one when you take a layman vow.
Right, because it's an absence. Is that?
No, I don't know. I'm not talking about absences. And it's just, I'm struggling to take that in.
Why do you get a picture when you take a vow?
Yeah.
And not when bigger things happen?
Yes. Thank you.
I don't know. No, I if I had to say, if I was in a debate, I'd say
Mhm.
because that's the root of the other
Right.
attainments.
Right.
The root of other attainments.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
how
that.
you get to nirvana.
Yeah.
You keep your vows.
Right.
You stop hurting other people.
Right. Well, anyway, I mean, that, and maybe then, now I'm going back to my own thinking. Maybe if we sometimes struggle to rejoice in something, rejoice in the photograph that you can see. If you think you are not, didn't do anything good that day.
I think
Something
we
like
all
that.
have a moral. If moral people, I think, have an moral people have a feeling that everyone's watching them. That's called Yu and Bakya, right? Being moral for your own self-esteem and being moral because other people are watching you. So I think the idea of a photograph follows pretty easily from those two. People
Cool.
are watching.
Thank you. Great.
May I offer another comment? I've been focusing.
Yes, Venerable Cutting.
Thank you. I've been focusing on the verse in the Source of All My Good about grant me to give the greatest care to make the vows of morality the essence of my practice. They are the root of the Buddha's teachings and the cause that gives me both the attainments. Grant me then a fierce resolve to master them and keep them with my pledges most pure. So we know that with vows, perhaps it's suggested that we will achieve the ultimate goal of Buddhahood faster and possibly easier with the vows as the foundation of all of our thoughts, words, and deeds. So maybe that's why the idea of an aura or a light adheres to this form with that focus.
Cool. Thank you. Timothy.
Timothy.
I put an accent over it, like Timothy Chalamet. That's how I'm gonna change my name. Yeah. So when we were talking about this idea of switching genders and then switching into different vows, like when we think of what it got me thinking about is how much of our identity is based in gender and gender expression and like moving into other practice. If you're doing an emptiness meditation and you're thinking about yourself, like how ingrained is your gender in who you think you are and how self-existent is it, right? Because it feels pretty self-existent, and and even I have a lot of friends who have questioned their genders, right? And how does that play out in someone's understanding of emptiness? The emptiness of themselves. So it's neat to think about even in the Vinaya that these questions come up.
Something similar. I'm going to speak loud so people will hear it.
Yeah. We can just turn this.
I was thinking something similar, and what occurred to me is that even at that time, because I'm thinking, was that
500 BC?
Yeah. So, where you're actually considering this in such a high practice, like when you decide to take this vow at that point, the highest practice, and you even consider that this could happen. And to me, that beyond the physical aspect is that, do they consider this because there is a subtle, practice more than the physical is more that subtle engagement to that practice. And I really like that idea that is actually even considered, and I feel like the details and perhaps like just the nuances of they're not as important as the essence of the vows.
Talk about it.
And that's why probably they can be put together.
Yeah.
But that idea that there's a consideration to switching,
Yeah.
and that there is a subtle, which I can't explain now. I'm trying to kind of wrap my head around it as to why that was there.
There's also in the Abhidharma, in the second chapter, there's 22 powers of 22 forces within the human being. And 2 of them are male and female forces. So all living beings have both male and female forces. It's not a question, are you male or female? It's a question of what percent do you have, so that's, and then a Buddha supposedly has perfected both, and they're completely male and female. Cool.
Can I say Buddha is more male than any normal man and more female?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Someone has their
Okay.
hand raised online.
Oh, well, we should.
Well,
move
it's
to
time for the news.
history.
Time for the
Sorry.
news, you guys.
Let's continue in our next class. Thank you.
Thank you. Claire,
Thank you.
thanks for doing text. Her first text is making good progress. 2/3 of the way through. And it's really nice. Mr. Handsome.
Thank you.
Guapo.
Thank you. What can I say? Thank you, team, for hosting us. Thank you, Geshe, for teaching us. Thank you, Xiaopin, for all the work you're doing with this text and many other things, really. So thank you. I guess that's what I can say first. Yeah, I also had some things in the discussion, but probably we won't have time for that. But my only question was, is it possible to reach freedom without wanting to reach freedom? You cannot reach it by accident, seems to me. Because check this out. Even if you are well behaving, but you are knowing it as pratimoksha, apparently then, I mean, if you are not hurting anyone, but only because you're meditating, and that's not considered pratimoksha. So it almost seems that only you can reach it only if you're trying. It's not that, oh, one day for some reason you had a good year, you behave very well, and then you are free by accident almost. So it's interesting to me. Apparently it has to be only very well intentioned.
They're going to get into the meaning of the word prati moksha.
Okay.
And the Tibetans chose sosor, which means individual. But it also means tangbor, which means first freedom. And then they'll go off on a long thing about that, about first freedom. And and then there's huge debates about what about the second day that you're a monk? It's not first freedom anymore. Because sometimes the freedom is interpreted as freedom from a state of not having vows. See, freedom from the state of not having vows. Then when you take the first 5 minutes that you take a vow, you have been prati moksha.
So there are many kinds of freedom.
Freedom from not having vow. And there's a big debate gonna come.
Okay.
But it relates to what you said.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's go real quick through. Now I'm very happy because that's here with us. Look at that at the very back in the tech table. And we have a live tech table here.
Yeah.
And I think Francisco's gonna be around very soon also. Yeah. So it's gonna be the full tech table almost. A few more people missing, but
over this house, they're gonna have a Mexican flag on top.
They are planning a party they haven't told Tim about yet. Oh, well, he was distracted, maybe. I don't know. We hope. All right. Well, let's do a quick.
The cats have cameras.
Yeah. Okay. So just a quick review for some events that are coming up very soon. As a reminder, the biggest and most important one, I'm just kidding, but it's the upcoming one really is on Monday, we are celebrating the Asian New Year. You know, it's very interesting in the Asian traditions. Many of them, they celebrate the New Year's accordingly with the moon cycles. So because of the counts of so many moons and stuff, this one happens to be on January the 29th. But here in United States, because we want to catch up with them, we're going to be celebrating it on January the 28th. So everybody's welcome. Rob Haggerty already confirmed. We can use the Peachtree Cafe. We can have a dinner party there. So everyone here is welcome. Come join us. And everyone online, you can watch from your house.
It's cooking though. One.
No, I think the restaurant.
Gina's cooking.
We'll see, but come. It's gonna be very fun. We're gonna be celebrating cool projects and very fun things. I don't know where is Chloe, but she's preparing something special for all of us. Oh, she's still in Florida. Chloe, hope you come soon because. All right. And then after this, we're gonna start getting ready for the Bhagavad Gita, which is the next picture, happening from the 6th to the 10th. And yeah, everything seems to be getting ready. I don't know where is Conila, but we thank you for what you're doing, and we wish you a lot of success. Then Diamond Mountain is having a Valentine's event. But yeah. We also hope them the best. And yeah. No javelinas, no rattlesnakes. Bring your own. Or maybe you can meet someone there. I don't know.
My girlfriend of rattlesnakes.
I don't know. And what's coming up? Oh yeah, then there is a very cool trip planned to go to the desert in Dunhuang and the Dunhuang caves. And that's also very, very interesting to me. Exciting as well. You can join the Telegram chat. Chloe is also helping with that. Stanley is in charge, but Chloe is doing the custom service. Yeah, she's helping. So
if Diamond Mountain has too many trees for you, come to dinner.
Yeah. So yeah, just follow the chat, and there more information will be delivered. And then after the desert in Dunhuang, we go to the desert in Bowie, Arizona. So yeah, there is gonna be also very, very cool. It's so cool that all the places are sold out. Now you have to camp mostly, or they will find a place for you in town. So you can follow the QR code, and Tim has some important news to say about it. Yeah. Good question. What do you want to say, Tim?
So just real quickly, if you're not able to make it to Diamond Mountain, the online program, of course, is available. And the 5 Houses is kicking off very special program this year, which will also, the content of that will be a requirement for the cool content that might be coming out in the Diamond House in 2026.
Ooh.
So very soon the online registration will be available, and we're also going to be having 2 local events. So you can come to a retreat if you can't make it to Diamond Mountain. We haven't determined exactly where yet, but one will probably be in Turkey, and one's going to be somewhere in Asia.
And we all can go to those?
And everyone can go to those as well. Very soon we'll have information about those registrations.
Amazing. Yeah. I hear Turkey is very cool.
And we'll be broadcasting Geshe Michael from Diamond Mountain into those events live. So it's going to be a really cool new thing for the 5 Houses.
Awesome. Thank you, team. Yeah, so there you go. There you know. Now you know you can also register for this wonderful event. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then July, we have a weekend in Mexico. So that's going to be also very, very fun. I always like going to Mexico. Very, very cool. It's very fun. Great friends ever there. Yeah, all the best people are there. I don't know what. Mostly, I mean, there are some other places too, but anyways. And then because we are very happy that our friends are visiting, some of our friends that are visiting from all over the world, we would like to invite to Maria really quickly to tell us a little bit of what she has been doing and what is she gonna do as well. Because I hear Maria and Peter are like, how to say, in the process of a very, very exciting next 3 months. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but you can tell us first, how are you? How long are you going to be here in the United States? And what you've been doing lately? Maybe let's say in the last 3 months. And what are you going to be? You see 6 months total. The last 3 months today.
Sure, it's a lot.
The last 3 months. Well, 2.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We are really happy to be in Sedona. It's really special for us to be here. We try to come several times a year. And this time we come to get teachings. And we are enjoying so much to be students again. And we are happy to be here. What we were doing is we were teaching. And I wanted to tell about the last teachings we did before we came here, which was about 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago. We did a weekend in Vienna, offline event, and 170 people came from the whole Europe. And I don't know, a couple of thousand people were watching online. And it was called Spiritual Partnership. And what we did is a very interesting thing. Geshe Michael finished recently the translation of Jetsun Kappa's book, Elimination of the Through Thought. And quietly, I was following his translation and started to translate that into Russian language. I think I finished about like 5%. It's a huge book. And it's a difficult text. But we took that text and did a spiritual partnership talk based on that, on the introduction basically to the whole thing, which was about compassion. I just wanted to show you, this is and we made a manual, and this is your book with Russian translation.
We have the picture.
So we gave each participant the introduction, first 5% of the book, with all the languages, Tibetan, English, and Russian.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, and connected it to spiritual partnership. And this is the photo. Yeah, you can see it here. That's the photo from the event in Vienna.
Amazing.
Yes. This is for you, Geshe, by the way. That was our gift.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for translating and doing all these things.
Who's the dead body in there?
Exactly. He's in Shavasana.
Oh, okay. I thought he just too difficult reading.
It is. Everyone says it's very difficult, but we told them to read before to go to sleep.
Oh, then they can't have bad news.
So what language this course was taught in?
It was English and Russian.
German translation.
And with German also online translation.
Wow, wonderful. So you had 3 languages simultaneously, and about, you say 100 people live and 180 online?
170 in Vienna. And then, I don't know, 2,000 people were watching online.
2,000?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you very much. So now there is another thing that I was asking you yesterday if you could help me with, because there are some friends who have created a very interesting project. It's like a Telegram chat support group that they've been telling me about. And we would like to hear a little bit about that. For that, I think Gina was about to help us to spotlight a few people that have been creating this, and they want to share with us what they're doing and invite people if they can participate. Hello, Ludmila, how are you?
Oh.
We cannot hear you.
Because they're not talking.
Oh.
Слышно?
So yeah, Masha here is, also very well versed in Russian language. So she can whisper to me. I think Natasha's here as well, no?
Yes, she is also here, and she actually wanted to translate us because she was involved in one our story, and maybe we will talk
Sure. Let me show the audience the first picture. The reason why we are here really is because of this beautiful guy. Yeah. Apparently his name is Brooklyn. And then here our friends are going to tell us what's the story about this guy.
Okay. Can I talk in Russian? And Maria, maybe you will translate us, or Natasha?
Наташа, yeah.
Но мы будем в основном канале, нам нужно тут же оставаться? Окей. Да, здравствуйте. Мы студенты базовых курсов.
Good day, we are students of the Людмила and I.
И так получилось, что
And it happened that
у нас есть разные
we
чаты
have different
рабочие,
chats, different channels
и где
between the
нельзя
students where we can't
говорить о том, что кому-то
talk
необходима
about
помощь,
that,
какой-то
yeah,
сбор
different
необходим.
chats where we need some help to help people,
И
someone, different helps, not just the financial helps, different teaching, any kinds of helps.
да, и так получилось, что нам стали поступать заявки помочь, и нам с Людмилой в том... Мы не одни, кстати. Нас...
And it happened that we have received a lot of requests for different kinds of help, not just financial, but different, finding a teacher, finding a karmic partner, helping with different kind of a projects. So we decided to organize this together.
Да, и мы открыли такое пространство, так получилось. Мы не одни с Людой, у нас есть еще Евгений Попов, Луиза Гемельдинова, Наталья Митина, еще кто-то могу забыть.
So we created this platform, this huge space. There's several people of us, it's Ludmila, Evgeny, Natalia, and other people that we created in this platform, different channels where we're trying to address the request, different kinds of requests for this platform. And the platform calls Planting Seeds.
Да, у нас есть слайд. Может быть, покажем
слайд?
We
have a slide. You see here a slide? It's a picture of...
Well, I didn't hear what the dog.
Dog? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the story with the dog?
Yeah, Geshe is asking why the stories of dog, yeah.
Okay, we can back dog here. Hi, Geshe. Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
Geshe, we're super happy to see you.
Basically, yeah, in Russian. У нас была проблема. У нас была проблема, что мы не можем публиковать заявки о всяких сборах, но нам хотелось очень помочь.
Yeah, we couldn't post all the requests, the money we collected, but we really wanted to help people.
Да, и мы послушали вас, Geshe, как сделать из проблемы шедевр.
But we heard you, Geshe, how to transform the problem in шедевр.
И мы создали такое пространство, где соединяем людей, которые могут помочь, которые хотят помочь.
People who can help and who want to help.
И у которых есть проблемы, к которым некуда обратиться.
And who do have problems, but they don't have any other resources to get help.
Да, и мы также теперь начали обмен практиками,
And also we
найти
started to
кармического
exchange
партнера.
practices, finding the karmic partners.
И я думаю, передам вот слово Люде, потому что она на самом деле у нас
And I'll
босс
give the word to
в этом
Ludmila,
проекте.
who is the boss in this project, who can tell more.
Спасибо огромное. Невероятно приятно быть здесь. Спасибо, что пригласили. Я дополню вот к тому, что сказала Лена, что да, на самом деле, когда поступают запросы от людей, и запросы такого плана, что не все знают, куда обратиться, помощь очень нужна, но не знают, где ее получить.
Yes, we do have a lot of people who come to us with different kinds of helps, and the problem is that they didn't know how to receive their helps. And then this is why we created this program, this is platform where we're connecting people who need help and people who want to help.
И чаще всего такие запросы именно финансового плана на помощь для определенных жизненных каких-то трудностях, для улучшения здоровья, для встреч, обучения с учителями.
And very often there's a request regarding the financial help. Maybe it's related to health, maybe it's getting a training, maybe it's meeting with the teacher, maybe it's helping traveling somewhere else. It's all like mostly of them regarding the financial help.
Но еще то, что мы делаем, что мы стараемся в текстах направить участников на понимание того, что это не просто помощь в обычном смысле.
And also we're trying to help in the context of their request so that the people who participate understand it's not just help. They need to understand how to use this wisdom, helping others.
Да, что
So
это...
basically, this is like a support group, right? Like people, mostly as far as I understand, everything is in Russian language. But if you speak Russian language, you can just go and, find the kind of community, either you as a supporter or a person requesting support in many different forms.
Да,
Correct?
Yes, exactly.
И на самом деле нас спрашивали уже про английский язык, то есть можем
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that was asking us about English. Can we do this in English?
Слышно, да, английский, Мария?
They have English.
They say they were asked to do it also in English.
Да, но у нас нет ресурсов, и, возможно, вот это интервью, благодаря Хуану, благодаря вам всем, может кого-то...
They don't have enough resources, and maybe this interview will they can find somebody who can help them with English speaking.
No, Мария. Может быть, это вдохновит кого-то.
I don't know.
Здесь люди хотят знать, что это собака.
Давайте покажем собаку, правда.
Это еще не понятно.
We want to know about the dog.
Yes, everyone wants to know about the dog. Yeah, that was the...
Так мы вообще соединились и с Наташей, и с Хуаном.
Yeah.
У Наташи
This...
была проблема.
Yeah. So this is the story about the dog.
Connection between dog, Natasha, and Juan.
Yes, absolutely.
The dog is not mine, I promise.
Собаку зовут Бруно. Джина, можно показать? Да.
Как зовут?
Бруно. Бруклин.
Бруклин, окей. Dog is called Brooklyn.
Наташе нужна была помощь. Вот он наш.
It's there.
Нужна была помощь с операцией Бруни.
Yeah. And so she needed
Операция собаки нужна была, да?
Yeah.
Да, верно.
А это Наташина собака?
Да.
So this is the dog, Natasha's dog. And the dog needed an operation. The dog was sick. Brooklyn.
Oh.
И в нашем комьюнити все очень-очень с открытым сердцем, просто кто как мог, кинулись помогать этой собаке. И, собственно говоря, так Наташа узнала вообще про наше существование вот этого пространства.
So everyone in that community decided they loved the dog so much they wanted to help, and they did help. That's how Natasha got into community, and now they're here.
That's the story.
Brooklyn. He lived. Brooklyn. So thank you so much for doing these kind of projects. Is there anything you want to say, Natasha, about how happy Brooklyn is now?
Yes, I actually wanted to say thank you so much for doing this project, because it's not just about getting the financial help, it's also people learning how to use 4 steps, and any projects, not just getting in touch with the teacher, traveling, getting training. A lot of people getting the TT training because of these projects, getting equipment, like we connected people with computers so they can do translation. A lot of translators lost the computers or anything. So anything you can imagine, there is in this platform many channels, and people are so conscious and so kind. So I think it's beyond just getting the financial help. It's how we connect the wisdom, everything Geshe teaches us, getting back to people, and getting even bigger, spreading this knowledge, spreading this wisdom to everyone.
That's true.
Thank you so much for doing this.
По секрету, можно я скажу по секрету? Мы соединили очень много ребят с ретритом, который проводили Питер, Мария в Турции, и с Гешела в Киото отправили студентов, поэтому все очень рады, и мы тоже очень-очень рады. Спасибо огромное.
Да, и с радостью будем продолжать это делать. Welcome.
Yeah, they connected a lot of people to attend the retreat that Maria and Peter just did in Vienna. So a lot of people attended the retreat. They're also helping people to get to Diamond Mountains or to Japan, anywhere the teachings are given. So this platform is amazing. And right now it's only in Russian, but they would like to expand and maybe become an inspiring story for other communities to do it in different languages. And so that's the whole point of this presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And we wish you the best. Thank you for sharing. And soon, later, not soon, but later, we can keep following up to see how it's going.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you. Sending best wishes.
Very good
Bye.
idea. I want to help you promote this in Mongol Russian speaking people.
Yeah.
Send me a
We'll
message.
get in touch, Maria. Thank you so much. Love you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yes, and come to the new year. You can sign up there. Okay, see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Oops, bye. Hey, what happened? Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, everyone.